This is a video that I've been wanting to make since I decided I was going to make these daily bread videos. But I wanted to wait until today because I had this scheduled. And you're going to find out later in this video. But just yeah, I'm ready to make this. Recently in my life, not only has there been a lot of disappointment. Whoa, hey, sorry about that. Not only has there been a lot of disappointment, but there's been a lot of regret because a lot of the disappointments. Okay, no, the two that I talked about in my disappointment video, that they weren't caused by the things that I regret. Although I do have one thing that I regret from. Anyway, I'll touch on that a little bit later. But like some of the things that have really gotten to me lately have been the things that I regret. And I've tried really, really hard to change my demeanor on, whoa, sorry, on regret within the past month because, I mean, honestly, really, it all depends on your reaction to a problem that determines how you solve it. So, like, the first one I want to talk about is when I was planning out my summer, I wrote down a few wrong dates. I don't know how. I double, triple, quadruple checked it. But one of these things, I wrote down the wrong dates for leadership adventure. Yeah. And the wrong dates for the Red Angus, no, they were the right dates for the Red Angus National Roundup. And it made it so I could go to Leadership Lab but miss this thing called Girls Camp that my church puts on. And I'd be able to go to National Red Angus Roundup. It was all good and great, and it was getting kind of late, so we made my reservation for the airplane so I could fly to Virginia, and I paid the $300 to go to Roundup, and I already paid for adventure. And then come to find out when I'm reading emails, making plans, that they didn't write down the right date. At least it seemed to me. I was just like, what? And this is not even a full week before the dates that I wrote down, and it was like 4 days before this girls camp started, that I was so sad that I was gonna miss, because I go every single year. It's kind of like a tradition. Is this still shaking? Gosh, I'm so sorry. But after I looked at it, I looked at all the rest of things, and it was just like, wait, no, this can't be happening. And then as soon as I looked at it again, I was just like, no, and I totally broke down. And I went into my mom's room and was just like, Mom, I wrote down the wrong dates. I don't know how this happened. I double, triple, quadruple checked it. I checked it at least 12 times. I checked it before I made any reservations or any plans. And they were on the wrong dates, and it was overlapping with Red Angus Roundup. And I was just like, no, I am going to Leadership Adventure. It's more important to me than Roundup for Red Angus, because the Red Angus Association is important to me, but it's not as important as 4-H in my district 4-H right now. So yeah, and I was really, really, really hoping on becoming an officer. So I was just like, I can't miss it. I'm gonna have to cancel and get refunds back from Red Angus Association and from American Airlines, who, oh my gosh, I love them so much, and you'll find out why. And my mom's just like, no, it's too late. You can't get refunds. So unless you want to pay us back, or get refunds, you're going. So I was just like, well, my mind has been made up since I decided I was going to run. I'm going to Leadership Adventure, and so I the next time I could go to the bank, I withdrew $424.70, which is the same cost of my airline ticket, and I said I'm going to save up the $300 and give you the $300 later. So I did that and I paid them back, and like I was really, really upset because I was out a lot of money, and my mom was just like, I'm not even going to get into that because it's over and it's not a topic of conflict that I want to arise again. But yeah, and people kept finding out and questioning me about it, and they kept saying, why are mom and dad out of this much money? What did you do? And like it was a whole lot of things. And my sister-in-law, yeah, I hope you're watching this because I'm still kind of mad about this, told one of the leaders at church, who's a really good friend of ours, and I mean, like, I'm fine with her knowing now, but then I was still really mad that even my sister-in-law knew about it. She told her about it, and then, uh, but that same day I found out I could go to girls camp, which was so so great because I had like the entire planning time. I would have to hold back tears because I would be missing my fourth year high adventure, which is something that you don't want to miss because it's like a super great bonding experience with like your year. And this year was the first year our stake was going to do camping with your years, because down here in the spring stake of Texas, we camped by wards. So we were doing it by years, and it was going to be this fun, exciting thing, and it turned out to be so great, and I really, really needed it. And so that went through, and it was kind of great, because during that time, one of the leaders let me sneak my phone in with her bag, and I'm eternally grateful for that, so I could check the same day Livestock Ambassador things came out, and I found out, and I had so many people just like they discovered I was upset, and they were ready to help me like to get through it. And like right away I was back to losing myself in service, which is like the total point of me going. Like most everybody gets something different about it. Like a bunch of girls learned a ton about the atonement, and like, you know, you get something out of it. And mine was I need to start spending more time losing myself in service, and I was able to do that. And people did that for me, and it was so great. And next thing after this, I went to Leadership Adventure, but before, no, it was after Leadership Adventure. And I had a great time. It was so amazing. I had nothing on my mind that I was just upset about. And then afterwards, I got a reply from American Airlines, because like that night and everything, I had called them, I had emailed them. Like I wrote this long thing, like I am only 15 years old. I can't afford to pay for this, but it is my screw up. It is my fault. Please, please, please find it in your heart to give me a refund. I know it's too late. I know I can't do this, but please. And they sent me a refund. They refunded me. And American Airlines, you were an amazing company, because I know you're an international airline, and it's so easy to just say no, we can't give you back your money. We're so sorry. Like maybe here's like one free mile. I don't know how that works, but they were so nice. So if anybody is ever like contemplated using American Airlines, you should use them, because they are a great company, and they are so nice, and they were very, very professional with everything. And like there were times when I was just like, I would like in my note, it was professional, but it got really, really mad like during like you better but they gave me the refund, and it was so great and such a big relief. And then 2 or 3 days later, no, it was about a week later, let's be honest, I got a refund from the National Red Angus Association, because I asked the lady, I was like, I'm sorry I can't go. I was really looking forward to it, but this takes priority over this. Can I please get a refund? I can't afford it. And she gave me a refund. So if you're watching this, which I doubt, you are an amazing lady, and I am so grateful for everything. So I got that off my back. And um, my next story, this is such a long video already. When I was applying for Livestock Ambassador and scheduling everything, I don't know why I was convinced that I was going to get in, because, like, my extension agent was just like, a lot of really good people don't get into this program, and it's your first year applying. Don't be surprised if you don't get in. And I was just like, nah. And the Livestock Ambassador program costs $200. And so it was kind of like, because there was another event that my extension agent told me that I should submit a bill so I can go to Texas State Congress, which is going on right now. It started yesterday. And as soon as I found out that I wasn't going to be a livestock ambassador, and everybody started talking about how great State Congress was going to be and how excited they were and everything, I regretted it a lot. And like, I was just like, oh my gosh, I should have. And you know, I have 3 weeks now free just to mope about everything. And surprisingly, they've been very, very positive, and I'm super happy. And I've been able to, you know, work with my animals and get things more, you know, under control. Because I'm one of those people who lets everything get really, really like, and like messy, and like I'll like slack off a little bit, and then I just have to like do it all at once and then get it back into order, and I'll maintain that for a lot. And that's just with my personal things, my personal items. I would never let that happen to like something that I have, like something like a club. Like if I were chairman of a club, and you know, that sort of thing, I wouldn't ever let that happen. But like at my room, it gets super messy. And right now it's like in that transition zone of getting clean, and like I organize things whenever I'm just like too stressed out to handle it and everything. And I've been able to knit a lot. Knitting is my therapy. Like, if you have ever gotten a knitted item from me, you have gotten like all those stressed out times. Like, there are tears in my freaking scarves and like headbands and everything. I'm not even good at knitting, okay, guys? Like, no. But I do that whenever I'm really, really stressed out, and then it just makes it so much better. And then it's so nice. It's so nice getting all this time off. But I still wish I was there at State Congress. But it is good because we didn't wait. Because my main argument, one of the thing is like, I don't want my parents spending $500 or me spending $500, because I decided to go ahead and pay for State Congress, and you know, just as a backup for something that I'm really hoping is gonna happen. And that costs $200. So it's just like, no, sorry, I can't. And then, you know, I didn't get in, and I was disappointed, and I should have, but here's why it wouldn't have worked. And why, because if I had decided to sign up, and I had signed, and I did get to go, I would end up wasting the $300 it cost to go. Because last week while I was at State Dog Show, my mother dropped a 250-pound crystallic tub on her toe and broke it. Very badly so. So she could not take care of my animals. Like, it was the day before I came back. So, like, my friend Paige, you're so wonderful, and I'm extremely grateful for you. And I know I've never like offered you a business card till you complained about it, but still, you're a great, great friend, and everybody loves you, including me. Anyway, my friend, she came and she took care of my animals for that last day, and then I came home. So my mom needed me to be here. If I were going to State Congress, I would have to miss it so I could take care of my animals, because nobody else could, since Paige is out of town. And yeah, so tender mercy right there. Through our trials come our greatest blessings. And I might show you my trial board. They burnt a bunch of the other girls. Wow. This is a whole nother story time in and of itself, but I have a burn board that I kept mine because it ended up somehow under my bed. I don't know. and not with the other ones that got burnt and everything. But anyway, I have a regret from Leadership Lab. Okay, I have 2 regrets from Leadership Lab, but one's not that good. Not that, like, bad, because it was just, like, I regret not, like, giving out my phone number or, like, getting people's phone numbers. Even though, you know, I, like, gave out a bunch of business cards that had my phone number on it. I was just like, this is my contact information. Whether or not you contact me or not is up to you. And, like, I should have been like, you better. Anyway, and the next thing was, like, was my interview. I don't think I did good on my interview. And my past cuts, I have been explaining what went on during the interview, but I'm just going to say these are the things that I'm pretty sure made me do bad. I didn't shake their hands. My first answer was kind of like, and there was one who was just like, what's one leadership attribute that you have that you find will make you a valuable asset to our district officer board? And I said I'm a friend, and honestly, like, I'll go into this a different time, but I should have said that I'm full of love and, like, gone on a tangent about that. And my last question, I forgot what I was answering midway through. It was like a good question, but halfway through I forgot what it was. And I totally blanked, and I said, and I find that very important. And they were just like, okay, we're done. And actually, I haven't gotten my feedback from there, but I asked one of the judges, and they said that you should be getting one, like, just ask your extension agent and stuff about that, and we'll try and get you one. So I was like, okay, I can do that. So I'm still waiting for feedback on that. Anyway, here is my lesson. Okay, so my lesson on this is, even if you do something that you regret and it, like, makes you so angry and upset, and, like, when I found out about those dates, like, I was bawling. I was so mad at myself and, like, the people who kept talking about it, and just I was so mad. But then it turned out to be just this great thing. Like, you live and you learn. You always check dates 20 times in a row. I don't care. Always double check. Okay? And there's a lesson from that. And, like, with my interview, now I'm always going to remember, you know, don't dance beforehand. No matter how much you want to dance, don't dance if you know it's going to impede your performance. And that person I was talking about, she didn't dance but for, like, 2 line dances. And, like, now I understand why, because she was just sitting down there, like, pacing back and forth, talking to people. And just, like, I should have just chilled until the very end and, like, only danced if I was asked or something, which is no problem, because nobody ever asked me to dance, except for, like, 2 people have asked me to dance before, like, in the past, and it's the same 2 people, like, never has it been, yeah, anyway, so, yeah, once you do something that you regret, something good's gonna come from it, because it's not gonna be like, don't, like, go out and do something stupid because something good's gonna come from it, but it's gonna maybe everything happens for a reason, and if you made a mistake and you regret that mistake, instead of wallowing on it and being like, okay, I regret it, but I'm gonna do it better next time, and, like, you know, next year I'm gonna go to state congress, even if it overlaps with livestock ambassador, I'm still going to sign up for it, and I'm still going to do it, because if I don't get into livestock ambassador, then I'll be able to go next. I'm eventually going to be taking full financial responsibility for all my events, so that's going to be fun, and I'll be biting the dust on my own money. Anyway, so that'll happen, and, you know, if it's a good thing I didn't sign up this year, because nobody'd be able to take care of my animals. I wouldn't be able to go. So everything happens for a reason, and you get lessons from it. And even if you regretted it, it's still gonna be like, oh, yeah. Anyway, Speaking of regret, you're gonna regret not trying to buy my bread. Oh, yes. That's right. I'm trying to go to National 4-H Congress this November in Atlanta, Georgia, and it costs $1,500 to go. I've been asking people, well, businesses for money. So far, I have one maybe. Like, one maybe. And I've, like, asked people, like, hey, do you know any businesses that might, be willing to donate to the cause? That is me. But then again, I have a feeling I'm going to learn some stuff that I can bring back and be like, this is for the community, guys. Like, I'm running for chairman next year, and this is going to be implied into our county. So, that's a thing. Anyway, buy my bread. It ranges from $6 to $8 depending on what you buy. Just come ask me if you or somebody else would like to sponsor me, or you know somebody who might be willing. Send me an email. Send me their email. My email is down below. Just contact me anytime you want. Down below in that description. Or if you're on Facebook. No, that's still down below. Okay. It was nice talking to you. Thanks for listening to me for probably about half an hour now. I'm going to be pre-filming another video after this. And it's all going to be one thing. I might have to do it after I feed because dinner's almost ready and it's stroganoff and I can't miss that. Okay, guys? And I'm probably going to be on my sweaty oral change and you'll be like, pre-filming? Yeah, right. You went to bed and you did this the next day. Like, you put that off, girl. Anyway, if you're at state congress, like, send me a Snapchat or, like, a message or something and be like, hey, we missed you or something. Because I definitely miss... Actually, no, I haven't seen anything, and, like, my Instagram won't load. I've only seen one post, and that was from Dr. Bowman. Oh, if you follow Dr. Bowman on Instagram... if you don't follow Dr. Bowman on Instagram, you need to, because he's hilarious. Okay, I am just rambling now, and yes, so, okay, bye!